How we doing, Rattlers? Rise and shine. Oh, what's it? Good morning. What's shaking, bacon? How's it going? I don't know why I'm so nervous. Oh, good morning. Welcome to the pit, beautiful souls. All right, let's see. Lighting looks good. It is a beautiful day to be alive. Welcome to the pit. We are here. Welcome to the Pit ER. This is a sacred space, and this is a safe space. And here it's really all about love and connecting and healing from the outside world. And for those who do not know me, Death Rattle, aka Dr. Rattle. No, not a medical doctor. However, I do have 20 plus years in the healthcare world. So yeah, look at this view. I don't know about you, Rattlers, but I love being in nature. To me, it's very connecting. It helps me connect to source. Yes, it is a nice day. It's a beautiful day to be alive. Well, welcome everyone. Going live is intimidating sometimes, but we got this. So I just ask for kindness, please, and 'cause there's enough hatred going around in this world, and I can't change that. But what I can change is how I deliver my frequency, my energy, and creating a space where we can just be. Not to be fixed, but just to be. And I know we don't hear that very often, but this is the place where we can practice it. Now, I believe movement is medicine, and not just like break dancing or anything like that. Like movement, like this is movement, right? This is something so simple. But I also believe something so simple gets suppressed, right? And what I mean by that is, let's just use an example. Let's just say you're talking to your best friend and you don't want to be fixed. You just want to be heard. And you can't even get a sentence out without your friend just interrupting you. And how does that feel in the body? Like, do you feel angry? Are you starting to get angry at your friend because she just won't shut up? All right? Or are you feeling like you're not being heard, you're not being seen? Or is your friends trying to fix you? And here, there's no fixing. I believe everything happens for a reason. However, I believe when those things happen to us, example, like trauma. And trauma can be, I believe, in so many different forms, a car accident or family trauma or trauma at work. How are we releasing that out of the body? Watching TV will not do it for me. What does it for me if I have a bad day, for example? I need to create. And I don't create for validation. I create because it's my medicine. So that's just an example of what suppressed energy can be. And I have my own suppressed energy if I don't move. And again, movement to me is not going to a dance studio. It's simply going into the bathroom and turning on the music and just moving, or putting in my AirPods and just rocking out to Michael Jackson and doing it in a way where I don't feel like I'm performing for anyone. Because I feel like that just puts so much pressure on my nervous system. I'm already living in this earth, on this earth where there's a lot of pressure already. Example, just going the right speed limit. Like I'm up in Payson, and the speed limits, it's kind of effed up how they do it, but 1 minute it's 55 and then another minute it's 35. And so it's that pressure, right? The pressure, make sure I'm going the right speed limit because I don't want to get a speeding ticket. So here in the pit, I just want it to be free. I'm not necessarily free on the road. I can't go as fast as I want, or I can get hurt, or I can cause an accident, speeding ticket like we just said before. But in the pit, that is where I truly feel I have the most freedom in my expression, the way I move. And if I don't move, if I don't create, I start to feel suppressed energy because, again, the movement is my medicine. It's like Juice World. Yeah. So, Rattlers. We have 2 new subscribers. And again, you're more than just a subscriber. I am still learning how YouTube works, and I'm an old soul. So I believe this is such a more powerful way to connect. And so thank you. Thank you for believing in this medicine, which is Rattle XR. Rattle equals movement. X is for expression. And then R is for release. And I believe it's very important for us to express our energy without it being labeled or shamed. And speaking of suppression, I am in this leadership development program. And I actually have my sharing circle today at 11. And it's pretty cool. Basically, how that works is I have to lead a group for an hour, and there's total 6 of us. And so each participant will get about, 6 minutes just to share. And what I'm realizing in that is that, one, so many beautiful souls just want to be heard, right? Not fixed. And they just want to be seen. And I had an opportunity to witness that when I was in Virginia a few months ago for a week with this LDT program that I'm in. And I was the youngest out of the group. And I think this is pretty ironic that I have the number 23 on my neck. It's my favorite number, and I really love 23 because it reminds me so much of Michael Jordan, and I love Michael Jordan. I love everything that he stands for, dedication and passion. And I believe his pit was the basketball court. And I believe we all have our own pit. For example, maybe you are a hairstylist, so your pit is hair, or maybe your pit is fashion or singing or cars or sports, right? That is your pit. And mine is fluent movement. And I believe we all have our different uniqueness to us. But yeah, Michael Jordan he's amazing. And actually, I saw Michael Jordan play once when he was playing for the Wizards in Washington, D.C. But anyway, so yeah, 23 is it's just a constant reminder that one, you just got to show up. And Michael Jordan showed up when no one was in the bleachers. And to me, that is powerful. Because right now I'm showing up and I have no idea who's watching. It's different on YouTube because it doesn't show you how many people are in space. On TikTok, it shows you. But all in all, I'm just talking to myself. So anyway, I'm the oldest out of I'm the oldest. I'm the youngest out of my cohort. There's 23 of us. I'm 35. And so these older adults are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, and that that age frame. And these beautiful souls have had so much suppressed energy in their bodies. And these are not just all females, these are men too. And it's just powerful. It's powerful to see, one, that you're not alone. And I believe I have felt alone a lot. I almost feel like a mutant if anyone's ever watched X-Men. Because it's not easy to be different. Or unique. I mean, they say it is, but when you try to do it, then you get projections, and then you get the side eye, and then you get people staring and pointing as if, right? I mean, people are so concerned about aliens, and I feel like a freaking alien because here I am. I'm not the norm, and so I'm getting looked up and down. But knowing what I know now, is a projection is just a cry for help. And if you've ever been judged and you didn't really understand why, you're just walking life and just judging you. We were never taught in elementary school, preschool. I wasn't taught this in high school, that projections are not ours to carry. Imagine if they would have taught us that. Probably less fights in high school. I never got in a fight in high school, thank God. I'm a lover, not a fighter. And I loved everyone in high school. I didn't really believe in the cliques type deal. I was like a social butterfly because I don't believe in leaving people out. And anyway, so they didn't teach us, at least I wasn't taught, that projections are not mine to carry. And so when I wasn't taught that, I would think it's something about me, and then I would analyze myself like a doctor or a nurse would do a head-to-toe assessment. And I'm like, what do I need to change about myself? And their answer is nothing. And if you're vibing with this medicine, if this medicine is, we don't say subscribe here, that's 3D. If this medicine is tingling in your body, if it feels good in your soul and your heart, skip the beat. Consider plugging in the pit. Now, being in this LDT program and witnessing all of these souls talk about things that they have gone through, a lot of trauma, a lot of abuse, and I feel like in my generation, that was the norm. Like moms getting hit, dads and moms hitting the kids. Like you can't really do that now these days. Not even tap on the butt, or you could go to jail. But it wasn't like that in my generation. Like we would get hit. I mean, I would get tremendously abused, but there were people in my cohort, men, that will say that they had older brothers and they would all get beat. So it was, unfortunately, it was just it was just a nasty time. And I don't believe now you can do that. I mean, I feel like kids are kind of running the adults. With, it seems, just the entitlement, and I don't know, it's just interesting. It's an interesting time to be in. But anyway, just seeing all of my I call them my brothers and sisters, and to see them release their energy, not necessarily like through dancing, but just to speak their truth. And our goal is to hold the space here, and we're not here to fix them. We're not here to tell them, well, you should do this or you should do that. No, we're just here to witness and hold the space. And so it was a very powerful week for me because, like I was stating before, I felt alone for a very long time. And this is part of the reason why I've created this space, Rattlers, where we can just be, where we can just have the freedom to express. And how we can do that is, one, we can connect here. And what I really wanted to start talking about is I'm kind of switching things up. Lives are not going to be chaotic for me anymore. They're not going to be this wild effing zoo. Like, I'm here to connect with souls. I'm here to vibrate this medicine, and hopefully it can connect to the right souls. And how it could connect would be example. You had a long day and you just need to rattle, move. And you go into your kitchen, try it out, try this. Whoever's listening, you put on your favorite song, you go to a space where you're not gonna be bothered. And even if you have I know there's some people that don't like to look at themselves in a mirror. Okay, fine. Go into a space where you don't have a mirror, right? Put on your song and just move. Even if you just cry, like Rattlers. The other day I was driving to the barber shop, and normally I would listen to I call my playlist Venom 911, because I believe it's urgent when we feel triggered to move, to get it out so it doesn't linger into our body. But I was just listening to a simple, like a frequency, vibrational, I don't know, sound. And then I just started crying. And not like, not like that, but just like tears of joy, love were pouring down my face, because I've been working on this antidote for quite some time. 3 years in the making. And that is Rattle XR. And I didn't really understand the name, or I didn't have a title for it, so I've just been playing with the clay, so to speak. So witnessing, seeing other souls release their energy and to hear them, what they have gone through, it just makes me feel humbled, one, that I'm able to witness this. I'm able to witness other people, other souls like me have gone through trauma. And it's not always abuse. It can be heartbreak. I mean, that's trauma, right? That's trauma. That is trauma to the soul. If you are in love with someone, and it's that soul connection, and they cheat on you. I mean, how does that feel to the nervous system? Or they put you down. How does that feel to the nervous system, right? And so my thing is, when I was witnessing these beautiful souls tell their story, it gave me more motivation to work harder to get this medicine out to the right souls. And it has been challenging. But we were also doing these sharing circles. And basically, what a sharing circle is what I'm going to be doing later on at 11. You have the participants come around and they do a check-in. But first, before we even do that, we set the intentions. So, for example, when I do my sharing circle today, I'm gonna be like, okay, everyone, before we get started into our sharing circle, let's just take a minute to get grounded, turn off any distractions, and let's just be here in this present space, this safe space. We have an hour together, and every participant is going to have 6 minutes to share. And we just ask for the people that are not sharing to be kind, to be respectful, please no side talking, no fixing, and if we can respect that, can we raise our hands? Great. And then I go and I'll say something like this: everything that we speak into this circle is sacred and it stays within the circle. Can you agree to that? And then raise your hand. And then we'll do a 2-word check-in. And it looks something like this. And these 2 words can be anything, but it'll look something like this. My 2 words are grateful and alive. There it is. Grateful and alive. And then everyone else would do their 2 little word check-in. And then we'll get started. So that's kind of how that works. And there's just so much power in that. And that's what I want to cultivate here. And I had this download, and I'm calling it the rattle coil. Because you know how snakes, they curl up like a circle type deal. But they don't call it that, they coil. And here we're all about snakes because we transform, we shed, we rattle. So I was like, oh my God, there it is, a RattleCoil. That is what I want to start doing with my rattlers. I want to check in with them. I want to see how they're doing, because in the healthcare world, I would check in with the patients. How are you doing? How are you feeling this morning? Can I get you anything? Do you need anything? Right? So here, I think it's very vital for us to check in and see how you're doing. And just for you to speak your truth, for you to be seen, right? Because maybe you're not seen at home. Maybe you're not seen at work. I don't know. But here you are seen, you are loved. So, ooh, that's better lighting. Hot diggity dog. So yeah, RattleCoil. We are going to start doing that. And so my goal, Rattlers, when I was in the process for studying for boards for nursing, ideally, they say not to do this, but they say study 3 to 5 hours, but who we're kidding. I would study for days, and my brain will get very, very fatigued, and honestly, that's not the right way to study, my personal opinion. And I really, like I said, I have boards on hold, and I really want to put at least 3 hours into going and connecting. I don't want to say going live anymore. I want to say connecting to the Rattlers, because we have Rattle XR that I need to get out to the world. This is soul medicine. This is medicine that you're not going to find at CVS. You don't have to pay. Like, there was a time where I was trying to get Adderall and I didn't have health insurance. Rattlers, almost $200 for Adderall. No. I don't need Adderall, period. I can't, no way. And not only that, like, being in the healthcare world and really understanding what these medications do to you long term, no thanks. So anyway, you don't have to go to, your local Fry's to pick this up. Guess what? The medicine is in your DNA. That's the beautiful thing. The medicine is within us. It's that energy. It's our uniqueness. It's our creative expression. That is within our DNA. And so thinking about all of these downloads of like, how do I don't want it to be a pill. No, because this is not a pill that we take. I feel like that's very 3D. 5D is that higher vibration is we're going back to where it all began. And that is within us. Think about it. When we were born, when we were first, just try to remember your youngest age. Do you remember worrying about what other people thought, or were you out there just being free? This is all about being a free spirit. You can't see them right now, but yesterday there were all of these beautiful horses. You see that salt over there, and there's that water bucket. Anyways, all of these beautiful horses came up, and I was like, look how free they are. And that's what I want. Not that I want, that's what this space is. It's freedom. Freedom to express. And believe it or not, that is such a powerful medication that has gone deficient, because we live in a world where we have to please people, we have to have a schedule, we have to worry about what other people think, we have to listen to projections and swallow them as if they were ours. No, not here. Here we can just be. Yeah, and I love that. So and then after our 30-minute connection, then I'm going to close the circle, and then I am just going to have a venom drop. And basically what that means, I channel what I'm going through. How is it trying to build something that hasn't been built, trying to be in a relationship, trying to balance it all. Because this is my portal. This is where I can have my purging detox. And at the end of the day, you know how doctors, maybe you don't know, but medical doctors, they record, not even medical doctors, I've seen like nurse practitioners, I've seen MDs, they have like a little recorder and they just record data. And they don't have any interruptions. For the most part, they don't. And that's what I'm going to start doing. After our little RattleCoil, after our connection, I'm going to close the pit, and then I'm going to say, now I am just going to hit record, and I am just going to speak my truth. Because at the end of the day, who is here with me? Right. Nature's with me. My angels, my guardians are with me. And I'm just realizing that I have to let go of worrying about how is this going to make other people feel, right? Like if I want to come up the way I am right now, how is this going to make someone feel? Hopefully helps them feel alive. But I also understand it can be triggering to people. But I just want to say, I am not the one who caused your trauma. I am going through my own trauma. I am trying to build a better rapport with my mother, but my mother is just, she's at a such low vibration, and I don't even recognize her anymore, Rattlers. So again, that is something that I have to deal with. And how do I deal with it? I move, I create, I express, I let my inner child run wild with the effects, I don't even call them effects, I call them portals. It's something different, it's something unique. I don't like being a cookie cutter person. So anyways, so yeah, I just want to check in and say thank you for vibing with this medicine. This is soul medicine, Rattlers, and the medicine is free. It's internal. And I believe it's been hijacked or buried from the 3D world, the Matrix is what I like to call it. And I believe this medicine can help so many people, so many souls. And you don't have to go to a dance studio, because I understand that finances, right? I literally, my fiance and I just got back from Hawaii, which was, oh my God. Not even fiance. We got hitched, ladies and gents. But it was, oh, here are the horses. How gorgeous. I love horses. They're so like therapeutic and beautiful. Like, to even think creation can create such a beautiful animal. I mean, look. They're coming up here. Ah! I wonder if I should pet them. Should I pet them? No, I'm not gonna pet them. I'm gonna let them be. I'm gonna let them do their thing. I don't want to disturb them. But they're gorgeous. Aw, I kind of do want to go pet them, actually. I think I'm gonna pet them. Because they're gorgeous. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. They're so cool. Oh my gosh. I don't think I'm going to pet them. I don't want to disturb them. And it's not that easy because there's like a barbed wire fence. Ooh, this is good lighting. Damn. Hell yeah. But look how beautiful it is out here. I don't know what it is, but like the older that I'm getting, I just love being in nature. I'm not even old. I'm 35. I'm in my prime, baby. But just energetically, and spiritually, I think being on this spiritual awakening, I just really love being in nature. And I think because it's easier to connect to source. In the city, there's like a lot of lights and cars, which is cool. But I feel like it's easier for me, especially like meditation, just to connect because the veil is so much thinner. And I love stargazing. One of my favorite things. And last night, the stars were so beautiful. Oh, look at the little baby horse. Gorgeous. So, now that we have RattleCoil coming, we already kind of started it, but I'm curious, how is everyone doing? And on a deep question, how is your soul doing? There's a lot going on in this world, and I really try not to get caught up in it because it can be scary. And I have this fantasy where everyone can just get along and let people be. But in the perfect world, right? Isn't that funny? Because choreography is meant to be perfect. And here we don't do choreography, rattlers. We release the energy raw and fluent. And yesterday I posted this video of Tate McRae. I love Tate McRae. Sports car? Hell yeah. Would I say she's the next Britney? No, I think she's Tate McRae. I don't understand why that happens, and especially in Hollywood, when they try to put artists against each other, or this is a new blah 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 blah. Like I remember when briefly, but I used to love watching documentaries on artists, and I would love to watch documentary on, remember VH1, like behind, what was it called, Behind the Music, or fuck, I don't remember. But either way, I remember watching Britney, like, oh oh, that's what it was, the true stories. And I would like watch Britney Spears because I love Britney. Mariah Carey, love her. And there was even this one show, I don't remember what it was. I believe it was on MTV. Fuck, how did it go? They would pick like the biggest fan, and they would fly the fan out to meet the artist, and they would be like on set. I don't remember all the details, but I thought it was pretty fascinating. But what I really loved about this whole documentary is they show behind the scenes. Like they show what it's like to have that work schedule as an artist back in the day. And I had so much respect for that. Because I think now we just see someone and then boom, they're successful, and you're like, what the? And that's cool, but I also feel like for me, that's why I really like doing raw, because I don't have a glam squad. I don't have a camera crew here. There's no one powdering my nose, fixing my hair, telling me what to say, how to move. No. And that's beautiful if you're into that. But here, this is just fluent, okay? And that is the rawness. And what is interesting, and the reason why I even posted that medicine, was to show that your favorite artists, they are polished, right? They are glammed head to toe. They probably had their booty waxed, clean, bleached. Probably smells like roses. But here, the rose is within us, right? And there's nothing wrong with having production, all of that. Nothing wrong with that. If you can afford it, great. But I can't afford that. And I don't want to wait to have that to be able to create, if that makes any sense. And we also have seen what happens to these celebrities when we put them on pedestals, and as if their shit doesn't stink, and then, oh my God, they don't hit a #1 video or #1 song, then they are failures. Or oh my God, they had a human experience, and now we don't like them. So no, I've seen what happens with celebrities. It's like Hollywood builds them up and spits them out. And I feel like they don't really teach them proper frequency boundaries. And I mean, it's to the point where our favorite artist, like Britney, she doesn't even want to perform anymore. I wonder why. Michael, no longer here. I wonder why. So there's just something that just doesn't add up. And that's why I really loved the Tate McRae, is because she's rehearsing, right? She has her camera crew, she has, you know, her glam squad fixing your hair and making it look good all night. I mean, look at this frizzy mess. I don't have someone. And even if I did have the money, I wouldn't even want that, because it's like, that's not who I am, right? Like, this is who I am. I like being raw. And the reason why I actually showed that video is because maybe there's a soul that is waiting. Well, I just need to save up this much money so I can have this camera crew. Or I just need to save up this much money so I can do these video edits. And I'm a walking testament saying you don't need that. The medicine, if you're truly passionate about something, it's going to outshine all of that. I truly believe. And I believe it connects more to you and I that don't have thousands of dollars to have a budget and have a set. So this is where it all begins. Like, these choreographers, beautiful choreographers, right? But they just didn't go into the dance. They didn't just go into the studio and boom, 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 okay, I got it. No. I'm pretty sure they have practiced, recorded, practiced some more, and then finally got the recipe, showed it to the artist, and then the artist practiced and practiced and practiced. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, when I'm saying movement is medicine, I don't have time to practice. I've been rattled. I've been triggered. I need to rattle. That's the bottom line. Let's just say life or death. Let's just say, for example, I don't know. God forbid you started choking. All right. And are you going to have someone, okay, let me get the book out and let me look and see, okay, you need to do this? And no. You're going to get into it, right? Hopefully, if you know how to do CPR. But that's just an example. So if I am triggered by something, I'm not going to wait. I'm going to go to my pit and I'm going to move. I'm going to shed, right? I'm going to release it out of the body. So anyways, Rattlers, that is what I have going on right now. It is 10:01. I have to actually get ready for my sharing circle at 11. And that's kind of a process. I just have to take some notes. I just need to brush up on some reading and making sure that I am fully available for my beautiful brothers and sisters. For the ones who were in the pit with me this morning, thank you. I have a lot of gratitude because I understand that you're busy and you have your own stuff going on, but I really do believe movement is medicine. And I also believe in human connection. And I believe in creating a space where you can just be. Because maybe you can't just be in your relationships. Maybe you want to have expression, but maybe if you tried that, it would become a label, and that to me can be dangerous. So try it out today. Go to your pit, kitchen, living room, put on your favorite song and just rattle, move. And even if you just want to sit and cry, do it. And say, I'm in my pit. This is my sacred vortex where I can just shed. Yeah. All right, Rattlers, again, if you are feeling this medicine in your bones, consider becoming a Rattler. All right, much love. Take care.